Welcome back to the Kang Gang Pod. This is episode number 52. We have finished the regular Sacramento Kings season with a win to the Phoenix Suns, clinching the number 9 seed! Woo! We have a play-in game at home versus the Dallas Mavericks.
Boo!
Kings in one!
Kings in one! Kings in one!
Guys, thank you so much for watching. We have a very special guest in the building. This is his first episode debut, Mr. Sean G-Ho Lee! G-Ho, 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 G-Ho.
Welcome to the pod, buddy.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor.
I can't believe it took this long. I thought he's been in one before.
No,
this long?
He's a hard man to track down, all the way from San Jose, California.
Jeez.
Jiho and I, we split season tickets, and we get to go to one game a year because, you know, San Jose is just so far from Sacramento. And when you work for Samsung, when you are part of the ownership group of Samsung, you know, you have to be in the work studio all the time.
All the time.
So when he has time
How else
for
are they
the
going to
games,
make the Galaxies?
that's
How else are they going to make the Galaxies?
Man.
It's single-handedly.
I got an iPhone.
Oh, shoot.
Jiho is using an iPhone while working for Samsung. That's
crazy.
But Jiho, he made it to the podcast finally. He's been a part of our friend group for over a decade. It's an honor to have you on, Jiho. So what do you think about being here for the very first time with headphones on and a mic in hand?
It's all new, but it's great. I'm excited.
You're doing great so far. You look good.
It took
You look
me,
good.
Too long to get here, but I'm excited.
Hey, just put the mic a little bit closer, and then you'll be perfect. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. So, guys, we finished the year 40 and 42. We didn't get to 500, but we got to 40 wins. So I think that's a win.
We got 40 wins this year. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
I think we could be happy about 40.
Yeah. I'm happy. I'm happy. Would have liked to have 50 and win the division, but you know what? The season's not done. We got a little play-in game on Wednesday. We'll talk about later. But, you know, the West was a gauntlet this year. So
Oh my
regardless of how we finished, it still would have been it would have been hard to be a top 3 seed in the West this year.
It all came down to the final day. I mean, on the way here, we were watching the Warriors versus the Clippers overtime finale.
Thriller.
In the City Hall parking garage before coming here after the game. And I can't believe that Harrison Barnes caused the Warriors to go back into the play-in, where they are 0-3, by the way. And we have the play-in experience on our hand with Jonas Valanciunas, who is the
play-in goat.
The play-in merchant.
He's the play-in merchant.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously we would have expected, well, going into the season we were expecting the 50 wins. G, where do you think, how confident do you feel with how the season went, with the momentum that we gathered at the end of the year, with our offense playing better going in to the game on Wednesday against the Dallas Mavericks?
I thought we were going to get 60 wins. To begin the season, we talked about it.
Wait, you thought 60?
Or at least high 50s. 55.
That's crazy.
Dang.
They're the...
No, I like the belief, though.
Dang.
Yeah.
You're telling me that you're coming in onto the podcast, first thing you say is that you thought we were going to get 60 wins?
You got it. So back in 22, when we got the season tickets, and I was first starting work, you know, since I'm in the Bay now, everybody was like, oh, you're a Kings fan. Like, what are you doing here? Everybody's a Warriors fan. And then as the season went on, I was like, yeah. So going into this year, right, with DeMar, I was like, oh, yeah, we're gonna be at the 50 clip, at least.
Okay.
So I was shooting for the stars, but hey, win the planes, though.
That is true. That is true.
Hey, we still got a chance.
Oh, we
important
always
part.
have a chance. You know, that's the beautiful thing about the West and just the play, and it's anybody's game. You can't take a day off when you're playing against teams that are really, really good. So, and we're a good team, and I think that it really showed. Again, we are in the play-in conversation. We finished in the top 9. We had 40 wins, third season in a row that we have 40 wins, which is fantastic. Yeah. Given our team history of not having a lot of 40-win seasons in between, you know, before the golden era, and then we had time off to that. I mean, I think that really shows that we are on the right track to build something here.
Right. I think we got to keep in mind as Kings fans, we're used to just, you know, looking at the draft lottery and whenever we talked about this time of year. And, you know, we're used to obviously that Beam Team era where we were the third seed in the West, but the play-in is still nothing to scoff at, right? With everything that went on this season, with the trading of Fox, the firing of the coach, we still have a lot to look forward to, and I think we're hitting our stride at the perfect time. So this season, while it hasn't been up to the standard that we expected, is still, unfinished. And I'm still excited, and I'm proud of how the boys have been playing. So let's get to it.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I mean, our team went through an immense amount of adversity this season.
3 seasons in one.
Yeah.
Yes.
We shouldn't be here. Like, when you fire your coach and trade your best player, that's when it's tanking season. Yeah. But we got a good supporting cast that have stepped up.
Oh, for sure.
Stepped up,
and we've seen it recently. I mean, shouts out Devin Carter. He's been getting some solid minutes, and great news. I think Jake Laravia will be ready by Wednesday, which will be also huge. He's an incredible surrounding piece for our team. And I think all the surrounding cast is, they're buying into their role a little bit. And, like you said, I think we are hitting our stride right at the right time as well. I mean, obviously, this Phoenix game, it was like, although it was a must win, even though they were missing all their players in Phoenix, I mean, I still like the way we competed out there today. We had like a near double-digit lead for a majority of the game. They would cut into it, but we would get back to it. So I like the way we played today, and I think these 2 days off going into Wednesday are huge because the 7-8 game is on Tuesday. They only have Monday off, which is wild. Let's talk about the matchups that we have that are concrete in the West. We have the 3 versus 6, which is the Lakers versus is it Timberwolves, right?
Right.
Lakers versus T-Wolves, which is crazy.
Families.
And then 4 and 5 is
Nuggets and Clippers.
Nuggets and Clippers.
Wow.
And then that,
with the way the Clippers are playing, and the Nuggets have looked good since the Malone firing.
Is Jamal gonna be back?
He is back. He played. He played.
I think today, right? He played today.
I saw him play last game, so I didn't see today's game.
He's in.
Yeah. So, what are your guys' predictions for the 3-6? I think the 3-6 is a very interesting matchup. If the Warriors beat the Clippers today, they would have been in that position to play the Lakers, which I would have loved to see first round. Honestly, I would have loved it. I know the NBA is probably so happy that matchup might not happen until the second round, but either way, who do you think is going to win, the Lakers versus Minnesota?
Lakers at 5.
Whoa! Teasy Sharp over here.
I'm gonna go Minnesota in 7. I'm gonna go Minnesota in 7. I just love, dude. I love, obviously Ant is him, but Julius Randle, when he's cooking in that offense, and DiVincenzo's back healthy now, Naz Reid's a problem. I think they're just going to be too much for the Lakers. I really do. And I don't know if the Lakers have had enough time to gel with Luka and that team to take over for Minnesota. I think it'll go to 7, but I think Minnesota squeaks it out.
I think it's going 7 as well. I don't know who's going to win.
I think it's going to come down to the benches, and I think Minnesota has a better supporting cast with Dante, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Naz Reid. I think they're going to have a better bench because the Lakers bench struggles at times for sure.
But Lakers have home court.
They do.
So
they do have home court, but I mean Minnesota has a lot of experience playing, in LA as well.
I'm gonna say Wolves in 6 because I don't think they can let it go to 7.
Yeah,
and I am never gonna pick the Lakers.
No,
I like that. I like that. Let's go.
RT's banned.
So that's the 3-6 matchup.
Well, what's your pick?
You know what? I the way Minnesota plays in crucial games, and the way that how they swept the Nuggets 4-0 this season, I think that alone, that I have to go with Minnesota as well. I really like the way they've been playing. 4 and 5, we have Clippers and the Nuggets. So Nuggets have the home court advantage with this one. Mike Malone gone, Calvin Booth gone, Jamal Murray back. How are we feeling about this one?
Clippers in 5.
Whoa!
Hot take.
Wow. What about you, RT?
I agree that it will be the Clippers, but I'm going to say 6 games. I feel like Jokic is too good to lose a series in 5 games, but I really like the way that the Clippers have been playing. They've been healthy the entire year. They've been a more healthier team. James Harden is an All-NBA player, at least an All-NBA caliber player. Kawhi Leonard looks great. Zubac is going to get nods for All-Defensive Team too, which is crazy coming into the season. And they're a 50-win team. So I really like how the Clippers look this season. They looked very, very good. And I feel like Denver has kind of been stumbling a little bit since the Mike Malone firing. And it's going to be hard for them to really come out of a playoff series emotionally when you fire a head coach. And so with that case, I am going to go with the Clippers in 6.
Wow. So we have Clippers in 5, Clippers in 6. Another thing we found out about the Clippers is they've finished the season 15-2.
Yep.
What a hot
James Harden,
absolute run.
another 30 piece today against Golden State.
And Kawhi had a 30 piece
And
as well,
Kawhi.
too.
Yeah. I'm going to go.
What do you think, Jonah?
I think Clippers take the series. I think the Nuggets with Jokic, there's no way that you can get swept with Jokic the way he's playing right now. I want to say Clippers in 5, but I'll probably go Clippers in 6. I think the Nuggets have a big Jokic game to win, and then I see like Christian Brown and Jamal Murray carrying them to one more win. But I think the Clippers are too hot right now to lose the series.
So we got 3 Clippers. You know what? I'm going to go against the grain. Shouts out to our boy Liam.
I knew it.
Who called in on the pod. I have to shout him out because I think with, obviously they have home court advantage, and playing in Denver, that is a double advantage. So I think Denver in 7. I think Nikola Jokic, who almost averaged a 30-point triple-double this season, with Jamal Murray coming back at the right time, with Aaron Gordon still, he dropped 30 the other day.
Wow.
And MPJ, he could, he might not get invited to the team dinner from Christian Brown if you guys saw that, but he will show up on the court and still make some big shots. So I think the Denver Nuggets. So I think it was after they beat us. MPJ was asked in the Kings locker room after they were like, Christian Brown, he had he had everyone out for dinner the other night, and I heard he paid for everyone. And then MPJ was like, Christian, you invite everyone out for dinner? And then they were like talking about it for a second, and he's like, wow, I guess I didn't get the invite. Yeah.
Wow.
So although there might be
It's a sweep. It's a sweep.
I might change my answer.
But Aaron Gordon is X
sweep.
factor, in my opinion.
I know. I don't know. I think obviously the Jokic Zubac matchup will be very, very interesting to watch. But I don't know. I think obviously the Clippers are the more hotter team at the moment, but I think Denver, I don't think they're ready to give up with their core yet. But I think if they do lose in the first round, that whole team's gotta. I mean, that new GM that comes in, they're gonna break it up. I think they have to. They have to.
Yeah.
And then now we got to talk about the 7-8 matchup, which is the Golden State Warriors hosting the Memphis Grizzlies. And what a sigh of relief, because we wanted the Grizzlies to be in the 8th spot, and they did. The Kings' wishes came true. So what are your guys' predictions for the 7 and 8 matchup?
I don't know. Like I think the Warriors squeak it out. I think they're. It's just hard to count, Curry out, and even though they lost to the Clippers, they took them to overtime, and played them really well. And I think it'll work out in the Kings' favor because we do definitely want Memphis over the Warriors in that next game, assuming we beat Dallas. So I'm hoping, and I'm guessing that the Warriors beat Memphis.
I also agree. One thing to keep in mind, though, Jimmy Butler did get hurt towards the end of that game too. So
to be fair, it looked like a bang knee.
A bang knee.
Hopefully it's nothing.
He'll play through it.
He's a hooper.
Yeah.
He's gonna
he'll play through it. But I just think that is something to watch out for Tuesday when they do play against Memphis. Like, how much of availability will he be offensively and defensively? But yeah, like I said, I just think that they are due for a play-in win, and I think Golden State they're massively due.
Little jab right there.
They're due for a play win, so I'm going to pick Golden State to win.
Is this the last playoff series we see Steph Curry as a Golden State Warrior?
Oh no!
Wow, wow. Wait, so
Where did that come from?
I mean,
You mean
does he
like-
request a trade if they just lose in the play-in? If they lose to
and they
Memphis?
lose twice?
Yeah, and they lose twice.
No way.
No, I don't think so.
Draymond Green?
I think if one of them goes, then they both go. Or no, Steph's staying in Golden State his whole career. No, he's not. No, this is not the last time we're going to see it.
I don't know.
Gee, what do you think? Warriors, Grizzlies?
I think the Warriors.
Warriors.
Yeah.
I think they got the home court. I think they have the better team.
I think they have the better team too.
So we're all saying Warriors?
yeah, I'm saying Warriors.
so
for
are
And we
sure.
want to play the Grizzlies.
Yes,
So
yes.
are we going to say Warriors over Rockets?
Oh,
I mean, might as well talk about that. If
Yeah,
we're,
we
all,
have
if, we're
to.
all, if we're all agreeing Warriors.
I'm going to take the Warriors in 7.
What? Against Houston?
Against Houston, yeah. I
he thinks
think
Houston's are frauds.
I think that, to me, Houston, I feel like the Warriors have so much experience in the playoffs. Jimmy Butler has carried a team to the NBA Finals twice with the Miami Heat. You can never count out Curry. I mean, he dropped 50 against us in Game 7, so it's like, I feel like, to me, the Warriors are a terrible matchup for Houston. And I think their shooting is just clearly better. I think that they have the more playoff experience. Obviously, Fred VanVleet helps them out a little bit because he did win a championship with Toronto. And they do have Dylan Brooks a little bit that could cause some problems. But I just think from top to down, I really think that the Warriors just have a lot more physicality. They have the better players. And I just think that's going to be a better matchup for them going forward.
You know what I have to say about that, RT? I agree with you. And you know why? You know why? Because if you look back to the 2022-2023 season... I was
going to say, it's very similar to our series with them.
Yes, so we were the inexperienced team, and we took them to 7. But, you know, you can't count out a championship caliber team like the Warriors at any given time. So I think the Rockets and Warriors will have a lengthy series. That's what I think. Okay. But I will say this. If the X Factor, Amen Thompson, is the guy that we say he is... then I think the Rockets could win. But if he does not show up and he does not have that impact, then I think it's Warriors.
I'm usually one to take the experienced team, but the way I've seen Dylan Brooks absolutely shut down Steph Curry's this season and frustrate him. Didn't they hold him to under 10 points their last matchup, I believe? Dylan Brooks is a Steph Curry stopper, right? And I just see him giving him fits all series. I'm going Rockets in 5.
Wow!
I'm going Rockets in 5. I think they're gonna have too good of a game plan that Ime Udoka is gonna draw up for them to have the Warriors go off. I think they're gonna stop Curry, and I don't think Buddy Hield's gonna save the Warriors. I don't think so.
Yeah, Buddy.
I think Curry's getting stopped, and I don't know if they have enough firepower unless B-Pods has a really crazy series. But even if you double, Rockets have so many good defenders. Jabari Smith Jr. is a solid defender. Dylan Brooks is a stopper. Like you said, Amen Thompson's a stopper. Tari Eason is a very underrated player, both offensively and defensively. Steven Adams is a force. Şengün's a force. So I just see them being too much for the Warriors. I'm gonna say Rockets in 5.
So I have a follow-up question because I'm very interested with what you said. So the Kings matched up with the Rockets 3 times this season, and we swept them 3-0. If the Kings were in a series with the Rockets, how do you think we would end up if we were in the Warriors' position to potentially get the 7th seed?
I think we'd have a lot better chance to win than the Warriors do.
So do you think we just match it better?
I think we match it better, yeah. I genuinely think like Steph Curry, I think he's afraid of Dylan Brooks, straight up. Every matchup they have, Dylan Brooks gets in a fight with him, stops him. I'm looking up on StatMuse Steph Curry's record against Dylan Brooks because it was bad last time they matched up. It was bad.
I will.
What about Jimmy Butler?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though, because I mean, that's the regular season, right? The playoff Jimmy, playoff Steph are two people. Those are the 2 people I do not want to face up against at all. Like those 2 guys alone. I do not want to go up against a playoff Steph or a playoff Jimmy. Those 2 can go off at any type of moment and can take over a team.
Can I just read you the Steph Curry stat line? So they played the Warriors April 6th, right? The Rockets and the Warriors played. Let me just give you Steph Curry's stat line. 33 minutes, 3 points, 2 rebounds. He was 1 from 10 for the field. 1 for 8 from 3. How many minutes? 33 minutes.
Wow.
1 for 8 from 3. So
what about the previous matchup? Show the previous one.
Okay, but this was this month. The previous matchup was 2 months ago.
Yeah, but you could still show it.
He had 27. But Dylan, I'm pretty sure Dylan Brooks was. No, wait. Dylan Brooks didn't play that game.
Oh, Johnny is onto something here.
Dylan Brooks didn't play that game. No.
Okay, Johnny is onto something.
I personally think Dylan Brooks is just going to shut that ass down. The little baby face. His wife can't cook. I think the Rockets are going to show people that they're legit.
So if the Grizzlies win in this hypothetical scenario...
And you got to remember... Sorry to interrupt you. You got to remember the Rockets might not have playoff experience. Their head coach does. Not only as a player, but as a coach. Yeah.
When he was Ime
Udoka?
Yeah. Wait, no. Was he on the Celtics?
He coached the Celtics.
That year, right?
When they lost Celtics
to the
when they lost.
See? History.
But he has playoff experience. And
he did lose to the Warriors, though, so this could be...
This might be a revenge game.
Whoa.
So
that sounds like Was he the coach?
So while the Rockets might not have experience, I think their coach is going to instill a lot of confidence in them.
And he wants to get
They're
back.
going to have belief.
Yeah.
They're going to have belief in each other. So I'm going Rockets. As
So
well.
this series could potentially have a lot more at stake than just a 2-7 matchup.
And Rockets will have home court advantage.
They definitely will. So, say it flips. The Grizzlies shock the Warriors and win in Golden State, and they go against the Rockets. I think it's Rockets sweep. That's what I think. I think Rockets 4-0 against Grizzlies.
Jeez.
I was gonna say that's wild. You think it's a sweep? I would say Rockets in 6. That's kind of my take. I think that Jaren are too talented. I think that
Jaren's back. Jaren's back.
Jaren is good.
He's
so
good.
Yeah.
I think the Rockets are the better team overall, just because I do think they're more athletic, and I think that the Grizzlies really struggle getting in foul trouble. Edie struggles with foul trouble. Jaren Jackson Jr. struggles with foul trouble. And I think that besides from like the middle of the season after the trade deadline, their bench has not been productive at all. And so for that reason, I do trust the Rockets bench that's more deeper to take that series.
I'm just a big Grizzlies hater. I don't believe in that team at all. I really don't. I don't. I mean, the way we played against the Grizzlies this year, we lost to their bench earlier in the season, and we didn't lose to their starters. Ja did not show up. I don't know. I just don't believe in the Grizz. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't think there's any way. There's no way they beat the Warriors. There's no way.
But now go like if they do, and now Grizz Rockets. What do you think?
If they do, I think Houston. Yeah, I'll say Houston sweep.
See?
I think Houston wants the Grizzlies.
I bet they're praying for the Grizzlies.
Over
yeah.
the Warriors for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to go up against Warriors first round. No one does. No one does. So now that leaves us. So now we have to talk about the game of the week.
Of the year.
The game of the year. Game of the week.
This is our
game
Super
of the
Bowl.
season.
This is our Super Bowl right here.
The 9-10, the Sacramento Kings will host the Dallas Mavericks. Okay, we got to spend a lot of time here because this is the juice of the podcast. So if you made it this far, thank you so much. Kings versus Mavericks is going down Wednesday, most likely at 7 p.m. All the brightest lights will be on Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and Domantas Sabonis. But my question is to you guys. With Anthony Davis, Derek Lively, and Daniel Gafford, I would like to call them like that. That's basically their big three. And then Najee Marshall. Do you think? I know we briefly talked about this in the previous episode, but now that it's actually happening, we got to really dive in. Do you think it's going to be a battle of the bigs, or do you think it's going to be a battle of who could shoot the lights out better? Let's hear it. Or just like, what do you think needs to happen in order for the Kings to get it done? Because the more I think about it, the more nervous I get. Me and Jiho were talking about it. We're getting nervous.
What the Kings need to do to beat the Dallas Mavericks on Wednesday is run them out of the gym in fast break and easy 3-point opportunities. We can't slow the game down. Dallas wants to slow the game down. They want to feed Davis in the post, work through him. We need to get stops because part of playing fast is getting stops. Once we get stops, I think we need to play small and we need to shoot the lights out. Having home court advantage is going to help that. Obviously, we shoot better at home, but that's going to be the key is to spread the floor, make Davis have to guard at the 3-point line, and we got to hit our shots. But I think that's going to be the key is to play fast against this Dallas team.
Ooh, I like what you said. I think we got to make them uncomfortable because I think if we slow the game down, Spencer Dinwiddie, he loves going against us.
That's true.
I think that's something you didn't mention, but he can catch on fire.
Marcellus Howard.
Yeah, but
Najee Marshall loves playing against us too, for sure.
Najee Marshall's?
Najee Marshall.
Yeah, Najee Marshall.
Clay, obviously. But yeah, you're right. Spencer.
Yeah, it depends. It depends if he shoots. If he goes 0 for 10 like he did last time.
RT, can you make a bold prediction about Klay Thompson?
Oh, what is he shooting from the 3?
Oh, from the field or from 3?
Just from the 3 to start.
I'll go 2 for 6. 2 for 6.
He's only shooting 6 times?
I hope he shoots 10.
Well, no, because AD is going to get the majority of the ball, though. And then Najee Marshall is also going to get a lot of looks, too.
He's like their point guard.
I think, yeah, because at the end, and then Spencer Dinwiddie, I don't think Klay Thompson is going to really shoot as much as you guys think.
So you don't think he's going to be as big of a factor?
I disagree.
I don't.
I personally think Clay has thought about that that last Warriors
Yeah.
game in sack a lot. I think he's going to let it fly, and this is going to be the revenge game. I think he's going to lead the Mavs in points.
This game's going to be very personal for Clay.
yeah.
And also, the other guy I forgot to mention who's been
PJ?
having a really good season for them since getting there, Max Christie. I think Max Christie could have. He's a sleeper on their team that we can't overlook. Is what I'm trying to say. He's kind of like a Keon Ellis for them. You know, he could defend very well. He could shoot very well, and he's very fast, and he's pretty explosive as well.
He's pretty cute too.
No relation to Doug though, which is wild.
Didn't Clay think they were related?
They did. He did.
Oh, really? I didn't.
Yeah,
He said that in
said
the press
it.
conference.
Yes, I think. Man,
Yeah.
Dallas is better than we think. That's the moral of the story.
I think we're confident, but we're also fearful. Respectfully.
As a fan base, I think
Yeah.
we're all very confident, but Dallas could surprise anyone.
Yeah.
They
I
really
it's
can.
going to come down to Sabonis versus AD. I think the rest, it's going to come down to them.
Yeah.
The battle of the bigs right there.
I said on the last recording, like, we need to, if the Dallas supporting cast is hot, like, we need them to show us that, because we can't lose to AD, just AD. We got to double him, and then if the other guys hit shots, then we'll change our game plan. But I think we at least start out having the other guys kind of take the shots on the Mavericks roster. Personally,
The more I think,
we can't lose to AD. We can't let AD get 30 or 40 against us.
I know. The more I think about it, there's a lot of storylines. You know, the Klay Thompson revenge.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I didn't think about. AD versus Sabonis. That's another storyline. Dallas and the Kings had very similar seasons where, you know, we traded our best player. We're both in the, you know, same spot where we're trying to figure out, you know, our future with our team, with our new rosters. So there's a lot of, you know, that's going to make this game very, very interesting, much watch television for not just Kings and Mavericks fans, but NBA fans as a whole. I think everyone's going to tune into this.
It's going to be hot.
It's going to be a crazy environment. Jiho and I will be in the building for that. The game will be on my mother's birthday. Shouts out Des. So we got to get the win for Des.
Wow.
Got
I
to
didn't
get
know
the win
that.
for Des. You have to. You have to.
35? 35?
She's turning 38. 38.
Good for her. God.
Happy birthday.
Those
Des.
jeans are amazing. You got some good jeans.
We had another mother in attendance for the Golden One Center game tonight.
I ended up taking my mom, so it was fun. My mom and I, we had
You
a
bought
great
your mom
time.
tickets?
Yeah, I did. Shout out to Scott Marsh for the tickets and for the hookup.
Hell yeah.
I decided to
you
take
guys.
my mom as a little late birthday gift, and we had a really good time. And she bought
No. RT bought her a
I bought her a Lululemon Kings.
Lululemon.
Wow.
Lululemon. A Lululemon King's top.
That I want one.
It looks really nice.
That's awesome.
No, she deserves it. So no, she's great. So she deserves it. She gave a lot. She's done everything for me, and I want to do the same thing for her. So that's how you do it.
And he just said that beautiful soliloquy about his mother. She returned the favor, and she got RT something at the team store as well.
Oh, she got you that?
We saw.
You got
I
it?
didn't bring
The
it.
flannel?
I didn't bring it with me, but
You should have
yes.
worn it.
What'd
I
you
know
get
I
you?
should have worn it, but I'll save it for Wednesday's episode. But
Oh.
yeah, she bought me something too. I actually bought it, so she picked it out, and then I bought it on my own card. So she was like, "Hey, go ahead and buy it." So yeah, she was like, "Oh, she has a good eye though. No, she has a really good taste in fashion." She was like, "Hey, you should definitely wear this. This will be really good for school, for your podcast episodes,
For Wednesday's game.
Yeah, for Wednesday's game too." So it's like. She was like, "Hey, just wear it and all that stuff." And I was like, "Okay." And then she's like, "All right, go buy it." But
RT, it's a great deal. It's only a once in a lifetime opportunity.
It's a 20% off discount. Everything at the team store. You have to
Instead
get
of $195, it's $135.
no, but she was like, "Oh, you should buy it. It's only 20% off." But they're like, "Oh, you have to have the purple tag on it for it to be like a discount."
So you paid full price?
Yeah, I paid full price, but it wasn't like anything crazy.
How much was the ticket?
Wait.
Like no, the jacket, you mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean by price tag.
Yeah, I was
Do you-
like,
Over
do you-
under 100.
No, wait. Give your price estimate.
130.
It was a King's flannel.
It was like a King's fleece.
It was kind of knitted though,
plaid
no?
flannel type
What
jacket.
brand was it?
Uh,
Like a.
no,
I'm gonna go 165.
I'm gonna go $149.99.
Jiho got it. It was 130. Yeah. Yeah, right on the money, G.
Really?
Yeah, right on the money.
Gio bought the same one.
No discounts crazy for a 20% off everything sale. That's crazy.
They say that, but then nothing's
And then
discounted.
nothing's on sale. Yeah, that's
I know,
wild.
That's wild.
Man, Vivek, and he increased the season ticket holder prices for next season too. God damn it, Vivek. We just got charged and we're like, God, Vivek, what are you doing?
Go straight to Vivek's Venmo each purchase.
So, are you guys going to go to the game on Wednesday? That's the
want to.
question.
I
Because
want
this is a must-attend game.
It's a must-attend game. Yeah, I want to. If I don't go, I'm going to Mojo. So
Oh, guys, I got to say this. I have some news.
Oh, yeah.
I am meeting up with the owner of Mojo's on Tuesday night.
Wow.
We are getting some drinks and dinner together at Mojo's on Tuesday night. So
Hope you get a little
Wow.
discount.
So I'll let you guys know how the conversations go. But I'm meeting him, or the owner.
was he the one that did the raffle?
No. I don't think he was there when we were there. But the owner, Scotty, and his wife, and his dog. Oh, guess what the dog's name is?
Beamy?
Mojo.
Mojo.
Mojo is named after the dog.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm
cute.
very excited to meet
Very
them.
cute.
So that was some big news. So obviously, I'll let you guys know how that all goes.
Yeah.
We have some big thing. We were talking through Instagram DMs, and we have a lot of things that we'd like to do. So for those that are watching, we were hyping up Mojo so much in the last episode. So now you might be seeing a little bit of a Kang Gang partnership coming up in the near future. So look out for that. But let's get back to this. There's nothing really to talk about in the Phoenix game. I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry. It was just a take care of business game. We move on. We just focus on Dallas. So I want to talk matchups. Okay. So RT, I want you to go down the roster or the starting five of Dallas. I want you to say who you want to be matching up Kings and Dallas. Okay. Can you do that for me?
Wait, yeah. Let me pull it up first.
Yeah. Pull it up.
Yeah, because I gotta look at it first.
Yeah, I think.
Before really digesting it, you know.
Yeah, I agree. I think, like we were saying, Dallas is a lot tougher than we think. I don't think we could go into this game with, you have to go into this game like your life depends on it. I mean, I think Levine, the way he's been playing recently, I think he could be huge in this game. He's been absolutely balling recently. And even in the Phoenix game today, I mean, when he catches fire, good luck to the
It's
other
the
team.
ball movement for us, though.
Yeah.
He can get his moments, but it needs to be in the ball movement. The ball needs to be moving.
But
It
he's
can't
not
just
the
be
one that's
stagnant
stagnant. It's DeMar that does that. Levine is the
I
one
wasn't
that.
gonna say it, but
I'll say it gladly. I think DeRozan. I don't even think he cracked over 6 points
I
tonight.
think he had 8.
He did it. He didn't. Yeah, he didn't have a
quiet
good game.
But
It wasn't his game. You know.
Yeah.
It was the Lithuanian Towers. Was the and we said it last episode. The key to the Suns game will be DeMontis going off. That's what Johnny said. But like we said before recording, we doubled down because Jonas said, "Hey, I want to eat too.
Yeah.
I want to eat too." And that guy, man. Easy 20 piece. Did you see his last dunk of the game?
Yeah.
Oh, what did he do?
He did it behind the back.
No, he put
reverse
he,
behind the back, or like
he
Can you like?
he
show
brought
it?
the ball behind the back of his head.
No, Johnny. RT, you didn't see you left early. me and
To be
Gio will
traffic.
say.
Come on,
All right,
RT.
what did he do?
The
It
last
was
game of the
beautiful.
season.
We had to be. My mom is whenever you were with your mom, whatever my mom says, you got to go with it.
Okay, that's the right
Okay,
answer.
yeah,
That's the right
That's the right
answer.
answer.
Can you hold the mic? I want to show you what Valanciunas
Show
did.
him what he did.
I'm gonna stand up for this. Can you hold it?
Yes, absolutely.
Dang. He put the hand behind the head.
He went.
He
That's
did.
what I said. He went behind the head. That's what I said. He went behind the head.
But it was.
You had the motion right.
Thank you. I had the mojo right. Yeah.
And did you guys see who lit the beam tonight?
Tiggy.
Tiggy
lit
which
it.
is huge because
Future
Tiggy Woods didn't win the Masters today, so Tiggy Sabonis had to get it done. Tiggy Sabonis had to get it done. Oh my gosh. Okay, RT, can you go through the matchups for this Dallas game because
Yeah,
I need you to tell me.
There's a lot. So let's break this down. So the projected starting lineup most likely for the Dallas Mavericks will be this lineup of Anthony Davis, PJ Washington, Najee Marshall, Derek Lively, and Klay Thompson. So that's a big lineup. It's a huge lineup. Yeah, I mean like we said earlier, Najee Marshall is basically their point guard. So they don't have a true point guard on the team, maybe besides Dante Exum, but he doesn't get a whole lot of minutes. So it's going to be, they're a very big lineup. And I think that we discussed this earlier, is that they're going to really try their hardest to really make sure that they feed the ball to AD, play slow, and try to really just get physical. They're a very physical team. I mean, Anthony Davis, Derek Lively, those are two big players around. And they're going to try really hard to get our guys in foul trouble, right? So you have to win. You can't foul against AD or Derek Lively because they'll put you in trouble, and that gets them opportunities to be in the bonus very early in any period, any quarter. And you just have to just play faster than them. You have to go out on fast breaks. Every rebound that you get should be very high-paced. This team is a very older team, right? With Klay Thompson being a lot older. You have Anthony Davis that's a little bit older, right? So we're a very younger team than them in the starting lineup, so you have to take advantage of that. And I think that's really important.
So do you think Doug's going to go small and try to run fast, or do you think... Because remember, we did the Domas and Jonas matchup against them and it worked really well. So what do you think we're starting with? How do you think we're going to play?
I do think we start off the way that we have been, but I do think at some point it's not going to be how we start the game. We'll probably add the Jonas and Domas double bigs into our rotation because those guys came in during the second quarter, and that's when it worked out really well too. So I think you kind of have to realize that sometimes they even closed that game out too, where Kyrie, where it was the DeMar game winner too. So I think, to me, the one thing that can really help this team out is by going. You don't have to go big right away. It's almost kind of like you don't show your cards right at the beginning, right? I think that, to me, when you are able to really focus on utilizing that towards the down stretch of a game, if it's a clutch situation, if you need to double with them, I think that's going to be very important, right? So that's something to really, really focus on.
I think we need to keep the ball. I think Sabonis needs to have a big facilitator game. I see him getting at least 10 assists against Dallas. We need to keep AD out of the paint. Like I keep saying, we got to spread the floor. I think this is going to be a big Keegan Murray three-point shooting game. I think Zach LaVine's going to be hot from the three. But I think we need Sabonis to facilitate and not power in the paint like he's used to. I think we need a big facilitate game from Sabonis Wednesday.
Yeah, I mean, Sabonis' assist numbers have been down all year long just because with the new additions, and our offense has been, not the same when he was getting all those triple-doubles. But, yeah, I think if Sabonis could be the guy leading the charge, our offense has been moving so much better. If we just could avoid being stagnant at any point in the game, I think that's the key to success, because that's our downfall, is when we just rely too heavily on the DeMar DeRozan ISO ball. I mean, it's going to happen because DeMar, he loves big moments like this, and he likes to show that he could still do it. But I think if he, isn't as selfish and he just looks for everyone else, like tonight, for example, he wasn't trying to score tonight. He had multiple assists to Sabonis in a row.
I think you can see that the team is starting to kind of understand how to play with each other, because even Zach and DeMar, they never really played the dribble handoff, right? Mm-hmm. So I think as the season progressed and as they played more, you can see that they're starting to move the ball a little bit more. And I think that's what we need to focus it on, making sure that Sabonis is the hub for the team, and then the rest will kind of hopefully fall into place. Right. Yeah,
and I also think, with the addition of Jake LaRavia, I think that's going to be massive because his defense it's so impactful.
And Keon. We haven't even mentioned Keon yet.
Yeah, we have a lot. I bet Dallas fans are probably going down the Kings roster too, and they're like, God, they have him.
Well, they might be like, who's Keon?
I don't know. But that's
they're going to find out.
There's one more thing I need to say before I pass the mic to RT. There is one thing that I think could seal the victory for us that is not a game plan. Do you guys have any idea what I'm about to say?
AD sometimes doesn't show up. Or is it something else?
Hey, I love that you said that, but that's not what I had in mind.
Is it the girl that sits courtside at the games? the team.
You know she's my favorite, but not her. We're going to fly out a very special attendee to sit right underneath the opposing team's hoop and scream every single time AD is at the free throw line.
Oh my God.
DeMar's daughter.
Is she coming?
She's coming
I
to the
think
game?
she's going to come.
Wow.
That's my
Where are
prediction.
your sources?
No, that's my prediction.
That's what I was about to say.
This is my
speak with him after the
guys. This is my prediction. I think this is the key because she went extremely viral during the play-in last. You know, I don't even remember how many years ago that was. Was it 2 years ago? Yeah, but DeMar, I remember he was saying like, "Oh, no, she's got to be in school," but she hasn't been at any of the games all year long.
Yeah.
This is the time to break her out.
It's the time.
Break her out of school.
I think the other thing that's gonna that's a very good point. But I think
Spring break.
I think the other big point that is really important for the Kings is matching their bench, right? Because Dallas has a very, very, very deep bench, and I think that they, with Dante Exum. They have one of the Martin twins, Max Christie that we talked about earlier, Daniel Gafford.
Jaden Hardy.
Yeah, Jaden Hardy is also going to get some minutes as well. So you really kind of have to hope that Laravia steps up coming off an injury. You hope that Jonas, he looked great today. So you're really hoping that Jonas provides that production for in the play-ins for that moment. So I really think that this is going to be a huge, 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 huge thing that's going to be really important is you have to match the bench for what Dallas is because Dallas is a very solid team with a lot of bench productivity. They're just getting healthy. So
Yeah.
you almost have to really, really, and the Kings don't really have not the best bench really that can provide scoring, especially with Malik Monk out. So you really kind of need a lot of your bench pieces to really, really step up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, it is going to be a play-in, so I feel like the minutes are going to be relied upon with the starters. But yeah, it's a good point. We're gonna need our bench to step up. Guard, can't let Kessler Edwards get hot. All those guys. So we definitely need to step up because Kessler Edwards can give you 40 any given night.
3 and D.
Guys, there's one more thing we need to talk about. Can somebody, I know you guys have 3 phones out, can you guys pull up the play-in merchants stats in the play-in? Because he leads the NBA in multiple categories, and I just want to have the concrete numbers for what Jonas Valanciunas has done in the play-in because he could be an X factor for the Sacramento Kings. Anyone not in the starting 5 could be a X factor, but I think Jonas Valanciunas, the guy with all of the play-in experience, he is ready, and he sees it. He sees what they're saying online. I think he matches the energy. And he is going to be a major, major piece to the Mavericks win. Because like you said, if we have to throw the double big lineup, if it's called upon, I think Jonas is ready for that. So has anyone found the stats? Okay, I guess we'll keep talking. So no one can find the stats.
Oh, wait. He's made every.
Yeah, it was on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
You're getting close, Johnny.
I saw.
But yes, Jonas Valanciunas, he is the 4th brother with the Jonas brothers.
He has 123 points and 87 rebounds across 8 career play-in tournament games.
There it is.
Which is the most he has the most rebounds and points.
123. Can you pull up a calculator? Can you do 123 divided by 8?
15 points.
He's averaging 15 points and a lot of rebounds.
That's
like 10 rebounds a game, too?
10 rebounds a game. If it's 8 games. We said 87 rebounds?
87 rebounds.
So it's got to be at least 10 rebounds a game. Because if this is 8, then that makes it 10 at least.
So
yeah, probably like 10.9, 10.8.
Yeah, somewhere around there. So I think Valanciunas, with all the experience in the play-in games, could be massive. But yeah, I think it will be a shortened rotation, but I think Devin Carter will get minutes off the bench. I think Trey Lyles, he's been playing great this final stretch of the season. I think he's going to be huge. Is PJ Washington is healthy for them, right?
I think I saw that, but I'm not sure.
He'll most likely start. He'll most likely start on Wednesday.
He's a big X factor too.
He's a Kings killer. Najee Marshall's a Kings killer. Klay Thompson is
he's a Kang.
Yeah, he's not a Kings killer as of late, but that could all change. AD, I think it's 10-4 in the Sabonis AD
yeah, mainly
matchups
because of
now.
this year.
Yeah, all in this year.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's gonna be, man. I think this game has the opportunity to be one of the best, most exciting games of our Kings season. I'm very, 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 very excited for it.
We match up well against Dallas.
I think so
for sure.
too. I think so too. But you never know. Kessler Edwards and Jaden Hardy. You know, Jaden Hardy was drafted by the Kings and traded on draft night. So,
Yep,
you know,
Kai
he
Jones
might.
could go off too.
Anyone could. Dude, they have another big.
Yeah, Kai Jones.
They got big boys, but, you know, he's not going to get any minutes probably.
Yeah, they're so big.
Okay, final question. I'm going to say the question, and you guys have to give me the exact answer, okay?
Okay.
We'll start with RT. What is the final score prediction? It will happen in 4 quarters, or will it go to overtime? And you say your score.
I think it will be the Kings 115, Dallas 107.
So an 8-point victory. Okay. So just a little bit of intensity towards the final 5, but Kings pull away. I like that. All right, Johnny.
I'm gonna go high scoring matchup. I'm gonna go Kings 130, Mavs 123. I think it's gonna be a shootout for both teams.
So both teams. It's just the.
I think it's gonna be a high
Yeah.
scoring first quarter. I think it's gonna be like in the 40s. One team's gonna hit the 40s in the first quarter. I think the Kings are gonna get the 130 mark, and Dallas is gonna get 123.
I love that. Jiho, the guest on the Kang Gang pod for the first time. What is your prediction?
I'm gonna go.
He's looking at his phone. Is he having ChatGPT come up with his
No,
answer?
yeah, I was actually looking at the past 3 games this season, how the
Oh
scores
yeah.
went.
Can you tell us? Can you tell us so the audience knows?
Yeah, so March 26th, Mavs defeat the Kings 132-96.
I remember that game. I do.
But the past 2 games, Kings won, so 122-98, March 3rd. And then February 10th, that was DeMar's 42 points.
Wait, so the
129.
most recent game was when we got blown out, right?
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
I thought we swept against the Mavericks this season.
Nope, March 26th.
No.
Did we? No, I think you're thinking about the Magic because the Magic blew us out. We swept the season series against
Does it say Mavericks?
Dallas because we beat them. We only played them 3 times this year.
RT, look it up. I think RT might be
it
onto
says-
something. I think I
says
remember
Dallas.
typing out a Kings versus Mavericks sweep.
Did we sweep them this year?
I thought we did. We did. We swept them this year.
Someone pull it up on StatMuse.
That's weird. It says Luka Doncic scored 26.
Last
Because that's
season.
from that's
But
from,
it's
that
saying
was
March.
from, that was from 2024.
Okay, my bad.
2024. Yeah, that was 2024. No, you're good.
Man, this is weird. Okay, anyways.
Yeah, because we swept them this year. Because I remember the only close game that we had because
Was the DeMar?
yeah the DeMar game winner. Yeah, so
Okay. Well, anyways, I'm going to high score too. I'll go 118 Kings. I'll go 112 Dallas.
So 6-point margin of victory. I think it's going to be a lower scoring game. I think it has to be a defensive game.
What's it gonna be for you?
I think it's going to be 103 to 100 Kings. Game winner, Zach LaVine, game winner, because he didn't get the opportunity against the Clippers. So it's going to say, my time to shine, and he's going to get the final shot, and we're going to win 103-100, and then the national media is going to go bonkers, and they're going to talk about, oh, Memphis is in trouble. Sacktown is hot right now. Zach LaVine coming off a little 32-piece. DeRozan with a little 26-piece. Sabonis with a little 14 and 12 with a little 5 assists.
5 assists?
Jonas Valanciunas with a little bit of 11 and 10.
Oh my God.
Keon Ellis with a little bit of 9, 3 and 3. Jake Laravia with a little bit of 4 points, 5 rebounds, 3 steals.
3.
And I think Keegan Murray, 5 triples.
I like that.
I
like that.
I like that a
Wow,
lot.
that was a great analogy, Cristo. I like that.
You know what would be
Well
so
done.
crazy? Because I was just freestyling numbers off the top of my head. So if we after this game we play it back and I happen to be right,
That's going to be crazy.
That would go viral. That would go viral. That would go viral.
1 Kings and 1. One more game.
Kings of 1 on Wednesday.
Take care of A Disney.
And then
One game at a time.
And then hopefully
back against the wall.
Hopefully, and then when we kind of hope we play Memphis on Friday, Kings in 1 again.
Facts.
Kings in 1. 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 Okay. Final order of business. Jiho Lee, we have some Sacramento Kings trivia that we need to ask you.
Oh, no.
I'm just kidding. We want to do that too.
I was like, I cannot compete with our team.
Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Go Kangs.
Go Kang.